favorite.
Mr. Myers, I watched your videos over the weekend.
Oh, thank you.
She sent me Snapchat for
And I
them.
subscribed.
Oh,
I subscribed.
okay.
When's your Twitch stream coming out?
I don't have a Twitter stream. Usually people
Twitch.
What?
Twitch stream of math.
I'll donate.
I'll donate.
Gonna have to get some internet.
Just give me a second.
All right. Now, guys,
Why is this?
some of you have been taught this slightly differently than I tend to teach.
Bed math.
I was never
Brackets,
good with
exponents,
that.
Yes,
division,
yes,
multiplication.
yes. So you know what all these words stand for.
Yeah.
B is brackets. Now, there's a problem with that word because 99% of the time you see it in math, it is not a bracket. It is a parenthesis, which is different. I'm going to show you what I mean in a sec. What's the next one? Exponents. Now, we're going to do a whole unit on exponents, so I'm not going to talk a lot about exponents. All right?
Did you click?
Then, this is division and multiplication. Why did I put this arrow here? Because they are of the same importance. So how do you know which one to do first? Whichever one comes first. Reading from what direction, Emily?
Right.
Reading left to right. The same way we read a book, right? Same importance. So we do them left to right. Now, what was that, Xavier?
Not all books you read.
No, I know. That's why I said we. Japanese books go backwards. Hebrew books go up and down.
They do?
What?
Yes.
What do you mean they like?
The writing is up and down. You read it up and down. And I think you also go right to left.
Like this?
I'm not totally sure. Having not been
this?
a Hebrew speaker.
I don't know.
I think you like the smoke. I put it right here on my desk. No, it's not touching your desk. It's not touching your desk.
It's not touching your hand at all either.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, so you all know what all the words mean, yeah?
Doing you a favor.
But in grade 9, we started messing with things a little. And you guys fell for it at the very beginning of the year. For example,
Did?
I wrote this number. Is that a bedmass situation?
Nope.
No. So the first thing we have to remember is our brackets must contain a math,
Equation.
no, not an equation, a math operation.
Oh, operation.
If there's no operation there, what are the 4 operations? Add, subtract, multiply, and divide. If it doesn't have one of those 4, it's not a bedmass bracket. Okay? And the other thing you need to be aware of is brackets can stack. And here's what I mean. Bracket 2 plus 3 bracket minus 1. How would you do that? 2 plus 3, which would be 5, minus 1, which would be 4. Everyone cool? As you get further in math, you see this construction starting to happen. Times 2. These square guys are actually brackets. So this thing I've done in red, I would do 2 plus 3, 5, minus 1, 4, and then that whole thing would multiply by 2. Does everyone get that?
Yes.
And brackets can stack up forever. So I could start right in the middle with a bracketed operation and build outwards, keeping more and more brackets going. Does everybody understand that?
The phone is ringing.
I'll get it. The phone is ringing. I do.
Not you.
Sure. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Wonder Pets are not coming to save the day. Sorry, everyone. Of course, were the Wonder Pets coming to save the day, I would turn the turtle into soup. Apparently, turtle soup is delicious. I don't know. I once had a turtle. We forgot about him in the winter, and he froze on the deck into a solid puck of ice. Wait for it, it gets better. Just like Frankenstein, because he was cold-blooded, we thawed him out real slow. He was okay. Not a word of a lie.
Are you serious?
Not a word of a lie. Well, I guess you should stop talking to Sean and pay attention to me.
His turtle froze, and then he let it unfreeze.
I know.
Still living like a gangster.
All right. Now,
What?
guys, the next thing you have to remember about this is this. Bed mass, or as some teachers teach it in middle and elementary school, PEMDAS,
I don't get it.
parentheses exponents, multiply division, because parentheses, right?
But
I don't.
That one doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because bed mass makes no sense. Because
No, bed mass makes sense because that's what you have heard before.
no, but I mean it's like it's a bed and it's a mass.
Oh,
A
God.
pen mass, there's nothing whole.
Whatever.
Pen, meaning that
Neither
it has-
one of them are real words, so drop it. It's called a mnemonic device to help you remember things.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that one for remembering all the planets. I don't know it either. It's like, I don't know. Or the one to remember how to do notes on a scale. Every good boy deserves fudge. Yeah.
What?
FACE is the lines.
You don't-
Or is the spaces.
Face.
Face.
The lines are
Every good boy deserves fudge.
depends which cluster it is.
Yeah.
Because
Whatever.
some people play it dumb.
Okay. Now, guys, bed mass or
I
PEMDAS
played saxophone, sorry.
always applies. What do I mean by always applies? If it's numbers, it applies. If it's decimals, it applies. If it's fractions, it applies. If there's variables, it applies. If you are on a ship that goes to another galaxy and you need to do math there, it applies.
Like that
Does
leapfrog.
everyone understand?
Yeah, like that leapfrog game where they had to go there and then there was shapes and they had to use physics and
Are you okay? Breathe. Just breathe.
Okay.
Just breathe.
Bed mass always applies. So let's look at this question I have here. And right away, it looks snaky because it opens with some parentheses. But are they parentheses we care about?
nope.
Why?
They like brackets.
No operation.
Bum bum bum.
Okay? The guy's nose didn't light up because we aren't playing. Okay? Get it? Operation. Water on the knee. Broken heart. Spare ribs. Yeah?
And also
Adam's apple.
Yeah, I was gonna make that.
Like an elastic.
There's an elastic band. I can't remember what it's called.
Funny bone.
Funny bone is in the... Yeah. Okay. And then there's, of course, the Iron Man operation, which is what I bought for my boy, which is different.
How does it work?
I don't remember.
Like
Just drop
does
it.
the middle come out? Would
No.
that be so
Yes. All right. So, what are we going to do
Whoa.
first here?
cool? Dividing.
2.4 divided by 1.
Right. There's an operation. There's an operation. There's an operation. Right? Now, some of you have calculators that are smart enough to figure out bed mass. And it will, if you punch this in exactly the way you see it, it will give you the right answer. But some of you don't. So make sure you actually can do bed mass. So Emily says we got to do our division first. So negative 2.4 divided by 1.2. Now, first of all, negative divided by a positive. What's the answer going to be?
Negative.
Negative. 24 divided by 12. What is it?
It's 2.
2. So what's 2.4 divided by 1.2?
Thinking.
No.
Loading. 1, 2.
2.
2. I said it.
Negative 2. Minus. Am I going to do anything with this minus right now?
No.
Heck no. 7 times 0.2. There's a lot of ways you could do it. What's 7 times 2?
14.
14. And how many decimals do I need in my answer? 1. So it's 1.4. Now, in my head, negative 2 minus another 1.4.
Does that means it's a negative?
I'm
Coming out as a positive.
No.
What?
No.
See,
because-
James, again, you're falling into the 2 negatives make a positive trap. You must think. This is where I started on my number line. There's 0. Where is negative 2?
That
Left or right? Left. There is where I start. Negative 1, negative 2, correct? Negative is what direction?
Oh, yeah, never mind.
What direction?
Left.
Left. So I got to go another 1 to negative 3, and then 0.1, 2, 3, 4 to negative 3.4. Now is a really good time to check if your calculator actually does bed mass properly. Punch this in the order you see it and see if your calculator does it right. Do not go get a calculator. What?
Can I have a calculator?
When are you going to get your own?
Sometime this year.
Lies.
Get a phone.
Because that's the American system.
Why don't you?
Yep. Is it mine?
Your calculator, does everybody's calculator do bed mass properly?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
My.
Give me a second.
It's always gonna be negative.
No, it's not. Because half the numbers in the universe are positive. So it's not always going to be negative.
Oh, sorry, like always gonna be negative.
Is everyone okay with that? Okay. Now look at B. Are there bed mass brackets in B?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because there's an equation in the middle.
No. There is an operation in the middle. An equation needs an equal sign. There is an operation, so these are bed mass brackets. Right? Now, to do this in your head, we're going to throw out the decimal, aren't we?
Yes.
What would negative 34 plus 6 be?
Plus, well, then it would be 40.
No.
What?
Negative
Oh.
plus.
20.
Negative 0.4.
No.
Wait, so it's negative.
Guys.
And then it's positive, so you're plussing.
Oh
And
my
it's
God,
negative 28.
It is.
Yes!
That's what it was.
Negative 2.8. Negative 3.4 plus 0.6 is the same as negative 34 plus 6 with 1 decimal.
Actually, wouldn't it be 2 decimals because of the 2?
No, because we're not multiplying. Plus, now, am I adding 4? Yes or no?
Nope.
No, why?
Because you throw it down there.
Because of this. What's 4 times 2? 8, but I need 1 decimal, so it's 0.8. Now, James,
Yes.
I am down at negative,
Yes.
all the way in what direction?
That way,
Left. Now, what do I got to do once I get there?
you gotta add 8.
I got to go back the other way, 0.8,
Which is 2.
which takes me to
2.
what kind of 2?
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
I did it.
Right? Now, let's just show it to remind ourselves. Negative 1, negative 2, and then negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hop backwards.
And then plus 0.8. I end up back at 2. There's the plus 0.8. Is everybody good? All right.
Good as
So now,
non-moldy.
go. Do 2. Or do these 2 questions. Use your calculators if you need to. I was nice enough to tell you where to start in the first one, and the second one I'm throwing you to the wolves.
Why are we starting with plus? Wouldn't we start
You're
with
not.
division?
That's divided by.
But you, for starting, you said.
You do division first. Bed mass. Division.
No, I meant like it showed plus symbol.
Oh, because we're going to be adding whatever this divides to.
Okay.
What is 0.8 divided by 0.2?
2.8?
No.
Wait, sorry, I'm sorry.
Use your calculator, Omar.
No, I'm doing the
4.
Okay, 8 divided by 2 is 4, but I need 2 decimal places. So it is
Point.
0.04, because I need 2 decimal places. No, guys. Oh, man, I was multiplying. I'm an idiot.
Wait,
What?
I'm an idiot. You were right. It is 0.4. Sorry.
Yeah, I would have done that too.
4. I'm an idiot. I was multiplying, not dividing.
And then you add these together.
Doesn't make you
Multiply.
an idiot. Everybody makes mistakes.
Dividing makes the decimals go away. Multiplying gets you more.
Oh, never mind.
So, what is 3.8 plus 4? We can do that in our head.
It's 7.8.
7.8.
Breath. You know,
All right.
you
Now.
noobs, 360 no scopes.
What?
RKO!
Yeah, that
Just
was
do math.
Out of nowhere.
What do I do first here?
USB activation.
Which operation?
the dividing.
This one.
I knew it.
Right? So are we touching these guys yet?
No.
So I'm going to write them again.
Softy.
Plus, but I got to do this. Now, 39 divided by 13
3.
is 3. So 3.9 divided by 1.3 must be 3, yes?
Yes.
Now, what do you notice about this guy's sign? Is he positive or negative?
Positive.
And what's this guy's sign?
Negative.
Negative.
Positive and negative, different signs, so what's my answer going to be?
Negative.
Negative 3. Now, minus plus. Do I go in order?
No. Wait, yes?
Yeah. So 4.6 minus 3. What is that?
4.3.
What?
4.3.
4.6, not 0.3, minus 3.
Um.
So it is
1.6.
1.6 plus negative 3. Now this is where you guys get messed up. I'm adding a negative.
2.4.
What?
1.4
Negative
negative.
Oh.
Now, right here you're going to get messed up, but draw a number line. Now, on a test, you're going to use your calculators, yes?
Yes.
But a great many of you are going to start trying to do steps in your head to save time. And a great many of you will look at this and do it wrong. So that's why in your notes, I'm making you draw things like a number line. I go out to 1.6, and I just have to sketch 1, 2. Here's 1.6, right? Somewhere in the middle. And then I got to go, and then negative 3.
Okay.
So there's negative 1.6, and then negative 1 gets me to negative 2.6, and then I need to go 4 more little steps to get to negative 3, which is negative 1.4. Is everybody cool with that?
Yes.
I'm only going to use these in my notes because you guys need to get more comfortable with how negatives and positives work.
So you're not allowed to use them in tests?
Okay, you can. Of course you can. But I won't make you. All right?
Okay.
Mr. Myers, I have a question.
I have an answer.
I remember the last semester we see like when the negative is in front of the bracket is another negative inside the bracket is come to be against.
Yes. Yes. That's later on. We'll get to that, Omar. Okay, but yes, you're right. All right, turn the page over. Are fractions still math?
Yes.
is right now still an always.
Yes.
Because remember, BEDMAS always applies. Is this page still time of always?
Yes.
So do the rules still apply here?
Yeah.
Yes. So where do I start with A?
No, this set of brackets.
In the brackets. So
Wait,
do I
only-
care about this divided by yet?
No.
Not even going to touch it. I'm only dealing with this. 3/4 minus 7/8. Can I put them together?
You can times 4 by 2.
If I multiply that guy by 2, am I in business?
Yes.
So times 3 by 2. Why, Emily?
Because the guy.
You're not Emily. You're James. Emily sits back there. She's taller than you. She's got long hair. She's a girl.
James kind of sounds like one.
Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So this becomes 6/8 minus 7/8. What 6/8 take away 7/8? Negative 1/8. So now I have negative 1/8. Now, am I done everything over here? So now I can bring this guy down. But I'm going to stop halfway because I remember in my head multiplying and dividing a fraction. There's a trick there. I must multiply by the other way. So what do I got to do? Turn that into what? 16/5. Do I care about the negative? I care about it right now, but when I get to here, 2 negatives make a positive, don't I? So I can forget about it now, can't I? Now, Omar, does 1 and 5 work together? Heck no, 1 and 5 don't change because 1 goes into everything, yeah? It doesn't get any simpler. Do 16 and 8 work together? What number goes into both of them? 2, bigger. 8. How many 8s fit in 8? How many 8s fit in 16? 2. So what's 1 times 2? 2. What's 1 times 5? 5. And the answer's done. I know it's easy, Omar. And I don't even need to care because I know 2 negatives make a positive. So I don't even need to think about it. Right? Let's look at the next one. Where do we start?
The times.
We start with the brackets, I thought.
No, because that's just the negative. It's the.
Oh, look at you. It's almost like somebody's been teaching you math.
You have.
I know. It's a joke, James. It's a joke.
No.
Stay cool. All right. So,
Vanilla.
first of all, negative, positive. What's the answer going to be? Negative. Great. Now, 2 and 6, do they work together? 2. How many 2s fit in 2? 1. How many 2s fit in 6? 3. What's 1 times 1? 1. What's 3 times 3?
9.
9 plus 1/2. Uh-oh. They the same size slice of the pie?
No.
Is James going to pay for half the pizza when he only got 1/9 of it? He is, because I'm bigger than he is, and I'm going to make him. But in reality, is he? No.
I'll run for it. You know.
You think you can run faster than me? We can have a race.
No thanks.
One time when I
have a race?
was substituting in Agassiz, a kid in grade 6 was like, "I'm faster than you, Mr. Myers."
Why?
And I was
he
like,
said race me, I dare you.
and I was like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Yes, I am." And the whole class was like, "He's faster than you, Mr. Myers." I'm like, "No, he's not."
And we're not destroying
And the kid
race.
was like, "Mr. Myers, I am. You don't, it's okay. You're old." And I'm like, "Kid, you're not faster than me."
You're about to.
And then he. And
So
then
we
he
went out on the field and we did a straight sprint, just like down the field. I kicked his butt. Then he's like, "Oh, I didn't mean that way." Oh,
What kind
okay.
of race are you
What did
talking
you
about?
mean? I mean around the school. All right. How many times? 3 laps.
Kill them.
No, he beat me.
Really?
Yeah, he beat me. He beat me by like here to the lockers.
Mr.
Yeah.
Myers, I'll do a straight sprint with you.
Okay.
Wait, we're saying like because of endurance or because of like speed.
Well,
You're still
did you
fast.
not hear the whole story leading up to it? I beat him in the straight sprint.
So you're faster still.
It depends on how you look at it. If there's a cheetah chasing us, we're both dead, right? But if there's a zombie chasing us, he's probably going to last longer than me because he had better endurance. So is he faster? Depends on how you look at it.
You could always trip him.
I wouldn't do that.
I
If you were in a
would.
I
zombie
would save him.
apocalypse- If you were in a zombie apocalypse and it was either the person besides you's life or yours, you pick it.
I would still try and help the person because the only way to stop a zombie apocalypse is to have enough people to get rid of the zombies.
Good point. So you have to equate.
You have to help. That's why all those guys on The Walking Dead that are bad always end up dying.
Garbage. Oh.
Zombie apocalypse is every man for himself.
No, it's
Totally
not.
wrong.
Ditch you
No
all.
way.
That's the
That's like
dumbest
the-
thing
that's
in the
like the
world,
world's
man. Why
biggest
would you
team
be that way?
deathmatch.
That is so silly. Then you're going to end up by yourself with 6,999,999,999 zombies out to get
World's
you.
largest
You think you
free-for-all.
got a chance?
Definitely.
No.
Do well,
World's
pistol.
biggest free-for-all.
I got
Now.
this, mate.
No. Yes.
Yeah, golden
As
apple,
always.
even though-
What is my common denominator?
18.
18. So what did I do to 9?
Times by 2.
So what do I do to 2?
Times by 2.
Use the chain.
So it's what kind of 2?
Negative.
Negative 2 plus what did I do to 2?
Times by 2. No, you times it by 2.
9.
It's 18.
So now what is negative 2 plus 9?
Negative 7.
Positive
I
7.
don't know. I give up.
Now, next thing I want to remind you guys of this is, the next thing I want to remind you of is this. Negative 2 plus 9 is the same as 9 minus 2.
What?
Because when you think about it,
Yeah, we're being serious.
No, I.
here is negative 2, there is positive 9, right?
Yes.
On a number line, there's negative 2. Cool?
Yeah.
There's positive 9. Cool?
Yeah.
When I add them together,
Wee.
Why
Wait,
are
that's
you
that's the other
I
way.
end up here at negative, or at positive 7. Everyone understand?
Yes.
Go the other way.
Wee.
It's golden.
I still have positive 9. There it is. Negative 2. There it is. Put them together. And I still have positive 7. Is everyone with me?
Yes.
Okay. Good. You guys do these two. Was there
Yes.
2 or only 1? Oh, there's 2.
There's one.
No, because on the next page there's 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Remember, try them both. I helped you out. Now remember, this over here is not, what's the word I'm looking for?
Truthful.
No, it's truthful, but this is not like a treasure map. This is stuff to help you think, okay? And all these blanks are here in case you need every step. You might not. Understand?
So you can skip them.
So do not worry ever about filling in every blank. Do you understand me?
Times.
Some of you may need every single little step, and some of you may start doing steps in your head. Is everyone cool with that? I don't care which way you work. If you are getting to the point where you can do some stuff in your head, that's where I want you to be. If you have to write out every step, that's okay, because you're still going to get to the right answer, right?
Can I have my gum?
If I say meet me at the mall, and 3 of you walk one way and 3 of you walk another way, but we all meet at the mall in time to have an Orange Julius, is everything cool? Of course it is. So what am I going to do first here? Wait a minute, Mr. Myers. What is that schmozzle? Multiplying.
On that side.
2 negatives. So what is it? Positive. Can I simplify it? Do 2 and 4 work? How many 2s? How many 4s? 2. What's 1 times 1? 1. What's 2 times 3? 6. And I know it's positive, right? So I got 3/4 minus 1/6. So what's my common denominator? I've told you to use 12, right? So You guys don't need all these blanks anymore, do you? Whoever wrote this book thinks you need that many blanks, but you guys are already ahead of where they think you should be. So we're going to come all the way down to here. What is going to get me to 12 from 4?
Times it by 3.
So what am I doing to 3?
Times it by 3.
So
which
I
is
got
9.
9 twelfths minus, what am I doing to 6?
Times it by 2.
So what am I doing to 1?
Times it by 2, which is
So 9 twelfths minus 2 twelfths. What's the answer?
7 12.
thinking.
7 twelfths.
Okay.
Right? And how much of this are you guys doing in your head? Way more. Like on the first day I asked you to do some math in your head and you're like,
Done.
Are you okay?
Loading.
yeah, it was just that stupid little wheel on the Macintosh, right? Circle, circle, circle. But look at where you are already. Okay, you guys do the next one. Barf.
That's,
Remember, this is to help you think. If you don't need it, ignore it.
that looks confusing in ways, but other ways it doesn't.
Yo,
This one.
7 over 12. Yeah.
This one.
So what does this 1 over 5 become? 5 over 1. Any canceling? No. What's 1 times 5?
1 times 5 is
And 6 times 1?
6.
6. 1 was negative, 1 was positive. So this is a negative, isn't it? Now stop and think. I have a negative and then more negatives.
It goes
Is my answer going to be positive or negative?
more negative.
More negative. Because I have some negatives and then some more negatives. Okay? So, we can skip this middle step. What's our common denominator?
12.
You could use 12, but why wouldn't you use 6? Then you only have to change one of them, right, Omar? And every time you make a change, there's a chance for a screw up, right? So try to do as few changes as you can.
So 3.
So we don't need to change 6,
which
but we
then
got to change this. Times what?
times it by 3 and then times that one by 2. Oh wait, 3. I'm sorry.
Why?
Why?
Why are they both by 3?
Because the common denominator.
What you do to the bottom, you
Yeah.
got to do to the top.
Yeah.
So this is negative 9 over 6. So I have negative 5 and then negative 9 more.
14.
Negative 14 over 6. Am I happy?
You come back here to the same above. The
You can mix number it and simplify it.
yeah.
Which should you do first while you're already in nice fraction form? Simplify. What will simplify here? 2. Negative 7 over 3, correct? Now mix number. How many 3's go into 7? 2. It has to be negative, and how many 3's are left over? 1/3. Everyone cool?
Yes.
All right. Now, we're just going to use the real life, one of the real life versions of BEDMAS. Because it's not really a real life problem that often. But I'll give you a hint of when it is. How many of you have ever won anything at McDonald's on Monopoly or something?
No one.
You may.
Like a fries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they make you fill out the back, the question on the back.
No.
I've never been given a question.
Yeah, I've never been.
Just given
Nope.
him.
If you look on the back of the card, there's a skill testing question. Yes.
Really?
And it's always math. Because in Canada, it's illegal to give something away for free.
Oh.
So even if you win the lottery, you still have to answer a skill testing question. Because you're winning the lottery because you did that question. It's a weird law thing. Okay? Now, here's what's funny. They always tell you the answer at McDonald's. One time, I was at McDonald's. I had my prize. I was winning a Big Mac. Say, oh, you got to fill out the back. I say, oh, okay. And I turn it over. Say, it's 7. And I look at it. No, it's not. It's like, yeah, it is.
I'm a math teacher, buddy.
Well, I know I was. It was a girl. Yeah, it was exactly that girl, Karina. It was the rent has got to be paid girl, and she was like, "Yes, it is." And I was like, "No, it's not." I'm a math teacher. It's not. And she's like, whatever. And I was like, and I wrote what it was. It was 17 or 82 or I don't know
How
what.
the heck did?
And I put it down and I gave it to her and she's like, okay.
Mr. Meyer, you say whatever.
Well, I didn't say that, Sean. That's not fair. Right? Young people have to start somewhere. By the way, I remind you all, if you need a job and you want to find out what working in the real world is like, McDonald's is where you should all start.
What about A&W?
No, because A&W is usually run by a franchisee and they run it so cheap, it's not even funny. I used to work at Subway. One person on at Subway has to do everything. Look in the back of McDonald's. There's 70 million people back there. That's what a real job is like. You go work for a real company, you go work for General Electric or something, you're not the only guy working there. You have enough staff to get your job done. Look around this school. How many grown-ups work here?
A lot.
A lot,
I was about to.
right? Am I out here doing everything? Am I teaching you guys French?
Pause.
Je peux.
I don't know what that means.
I can.
Je ne sais pas.
Je sais.
Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes, s'il vous plaît?
Yeah. Big surprise that you can say that in French.
Only sentence I learned.
I was just going to say, I bet that's the only French you know.
Just asked to go to the washroom.
I also know,
And
when
then I
I
sat
was in
through the
grade
whole
9, I got
class.
500 lines because I was talking too much. And my line was, Il ne faut pas siffler, déranger ou faire de bruit dans la salle de classe.
Wait, what?
It's not necessary to make noise, interrupt. I don't know what siffler means. But I have it memorized because I had to write it 500 times. For Madame Schultz.
Mr. Meyer,
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Madame Schultz was so cool. She was a supermodel from the 60s in Czechoslovakia. And she still dressed in 1988 like she was a supermodel from the 60s in Czechoslovakia. Like gold jumpsuits and huge earrings. And she was so awesome. And she had a German accent, but she spoke French and German and Czechoslovakian. And she was so cool. Man,
Mr. Meyer.
she is hilarious. All right, so anyway, I'm not done, Omar. Anyway, skill testing question. To win the prize at McDonald's or win the lottery or something, you got to be able to do bed mass. That's the long and the short of it. That's the only real life use I have found for bed mass. I'm 40. Soon to be 41. On what day?
April 27th.
I think
Good
you're
job.
still recording.
Yes, of course I'm still recording.
I didn't even notice you were recording.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, so
I couldn't tell.
this is a formula, yes?
yep.
Celsius equals Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1.8.
1.8 is
Okay?
That was
So,
annoying.
what do you guys have? 28.4 Fahrenheit. Where does this 28.4 go?
5 minutes.
Is it F or C?
C.
It is F. 28.4
Nah,
F.
6 minutes.
So 28.4 minus 32 divided by 1.8. That's got to be done on your calculator, doesn't it? We can't do that in our heads. So what would you do
Where's
first?
Cameron?
What would you do first?
The
The brackets. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do this on your calculator in one step. You probably already know, but I'm going to show you anyway.
hit the brackets.
Use the bracket button. Now sometimes you need more than one bracket. So you can go ahead and see, my calculator just stacks them up.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Okay? Your guys' calculator, some of them won't do it, some of them will tell you it's doing it, but I won't show you. So 28.4 minus 32, close brackets, divided by 1.8 equals
2.
negative 2
I'm
degrees
sorry,
Celsius.
don't yell at
Cool?
me.
You gotta do all this stuff to get
Yep.
a small number.
Yep. Now, here it is reversed to go the other way. All right? So there's the C. I got negative 12.5, so that goes here. You guys try and do that on your calculator. Don't write it down. I want you to practice calculator use.
I don't
Just punch this into your calculator.
What is it?
right there.
I'll have a calculator right now. So.
That's okay. And then tell me your answer that you get.
Negative 75.5.
You'd had a mistake there, buddy.
Did?
Yep.
How did? I typed it the exact.
Can I do this in my head?
way.
I want to see if I can.
Yeah.
I got a negative 100.
See, this is the problem, right? Does it work to just punch it in? Not necessarily. Right? So,
Someone got these same answers.
what should we do first?
That means I'm close to being right.
We're going to do 9 here. So am I touching the 32? 32. What's 9 times 12.5 negative?
Yeah.
First of all, the answer's going to be negative, right?
Yes.
So it's plus negative 112.5 divided by 5. Now what do I do next?
Division.
The division, right?
Division.
So it's 32 minus what?
What? Oh, yeah.
Whatever that division is. You need your calculator for that. I can't do that in my head. What is it? 22.5. Then I do the subtraction. 9.5. So negative 12.5 Celsius is equivalent to 9.5 Fahrenheit. Some calculators will do it, yes. Everybody cool? All right. You have a Genecticazoink tomorrow. I don't say the word quiz because when I give you guys work, you can all do it. As soon as I call it a quiz, everyone's like, oh my God, I have anxiety, I can't do it. Or whatever, right? So I don't call it a quiz. It's just a piece of paper with work on it.
So it's called a Genecticazoink.
It's a Genecticazoink.
Yeah.
So,
Football champion.
because you have a quiz tomorrow, I'm not going to get you to do
Down.
your page of work. But here's what I do want you to do. 2 things. 1, you study for your quiz. 2, you tell me what negative 40 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit.
What this so fair? I don't know this.
I don't understand how to do this.
You follow one of those 2 formulas. You just got them. You need the one that goes C to F. You got to try and figure it out. You've got it written. Okay? Now listen to me. Tomorrow, when you finish your quiz, you will start working on that page. Do not do it tonight. Be ready for your quiz. Have good days. Put your chair up.
Listen, I have a question.